as a result, it's good that the discussion is going on, and I fully support what the Deputy Minister said before in making it so important. Okay, excellent. So just a few quick words about ECE. As you know, ECE and the Inland Transport Committees provided the framework for intergovernmental cooperation agreement aimed at facilitating and developing international transport, while at the same time improving its safety. The main results come through 58 UN agreements and conventions. Actually, as of February, there are 59, but I didn't update the slide, apologies. And this provides the international legal framework for transport on road, rail, and inland waterways, as well as, of course, multimodal and intermodal transport. These conventions, of course, are constantly kept updated and renewed to reflect the changes, and now we have over 1,700 accessions by countries from 6 continents to all of our activities. Of course, intermodal transport, and specifically, of course, freight transport, relies by definition on multiple modes. UNECE activities cover all inland transport modes. And at the basis of this, the provision of infrastructure, transport infrastructure, is one of the, of course, necessary conditions for this to work, both for the movement of trade and of people, and of the efficiency of logistics services overall. In their endeavour to facilitate transport domestically, however, decision makers in governments face many difficult challenges. These include the existence of physical barriers or hindrances, bottlenecks and missing links, as well as often the lack of funds to remove these missing links. UNECE member states have created 4 main transport agreements aimed at developing a coherent network for roads, the so-called AGR, rail, the AGC, inland waterways, the AGN, and of course combined transport, the GTC. These 4 core infrastructure agreements provide international legal and technical framework for the development of coherent international transport networks. They also define what is known as the E-road, the E-rail, and the E-waterway networks, as well as the parameters to which they should conform. And by acceding to either or all of these conventions, the governments commit themselves to their implementation, including the construction or upgrading of e-networks in their territories, within, of course, the framework of their own national investment programs. So how does intermodal transport specifically work at ECE? Well, we have a working party which is called WP24, which is a forum of exchange of technical, legal and policy information. It's been in existence since 1951 and is also a centre for the exchange of best practice in intermodal transport and logistics. The aim, of course, is to ensure maximum utilisation of equipment, infrastructure and terminals to facilitate trade and other transport operations. Some of the areas that are more relevant for discussions today include the pan-European networks and service standards, as mentioned before in the AGTC, the interregional Euro-Asian land transport links, the administration of the so-called CTU code, that is the code of practice for the packing of cargo transport units, looking mainly at the safe handling of containers. Safety, of course, in intermodal transport operations is fundamental to the work,